Welcome to Book Weekly, your weekly recap on all things book and stuff. Mints, announcements, price action, all the info in one video. On May 1st, Josh, the CEO of Book, came back to Reddit Cardano to do an AMA. It was a while ago, but it's also been a while since my last video, so I thought I would include it. Just giving you the quick clip notes. So he talked about stuff, saying that the first Stuff DEA will be about stuff, which is this documentary they are doing about it. However, they have other things in store, so we'll have to wait and see. As a reminder, Stuff website is slated to launch this month. It will just be a simple website and a white paper. I think the white paper will tell us a lot about what they have planned. And if you're wondering if there will be a Stuff token, actually Josh addressed it in this AMA, saying that it's definitely not decided. So completely up in the air. However, they will always protect book token holders. So they understand that they owe it to an extent to the community, to the book community, for the success they had and the possibility to expand to stuff. And I think they want to be reassuring. They always took care of the OGs, of the book holders. So stuff will not cannibalize book, it's a natural expansion. So we'll see if they do end up with a token or not, but it doesn't look like it so far. Then he quickly touched upon comic books, saying that they're working on better support, because currently, even though there was an upgrade of the app not so long ago that makes it easier for comic book, it's still not perfect. I think what they're aiming towards is a panel by panel reading experience, and that is not here yet. But the reason they're working on it is because they're in talks with, I quote, a large comic publisher. I don't know who that would be, but okay, like, can get kind of crazy, right? If we get some Marvel or DC type of stuff on book. I mean, when you add the collectible side, then it becomes very interesting, a lot of potential there. So it's just, they're working on it because it's driven by this potential partnership, those discussions that are happening. So, alright, good to see that they're building the product that is needed, that is required, both from the publishers, but I'm sure readers also want to read their comic books there, and who knows, maybe expand to manga and these kind of things. Lastly, he talked about renting books and how there's a lot of development ongoing on that front, and the way it will look like, apparently, is that you'll be able to lend your books for a specific time period, and during that time period you can so the person you rented the book to, they will read and earn book tokens, and then you can decide, do you take all those book tokens or only a portion of them. And this is critical because, well, honestly, a lot of people have hundreds of books, or dare I say millions, thanks to the philosophy of bits. But no, realistically speaking, or you will read maybe a couple of books at the same time, like at most, and the rest will just sit on your bookshelf, and that is inefficient. So if you can rent your dozens or hundreds of books you have on the side while you read your own book, then can you imagine? You lend your book to someone, they earn book token, so it's not like you're reading alone and having only your own rewards. It's like, I don't know, 10, 20, 50 people are reading and you're getting the rewards. And that will be a lot of book tokens. So I think it's something that maybe people don't think about a lot, but there is let's call it a revenue stream in there. So yeah, good stuff coming up. And then more recently, Josh also made an appearance on David Goldstein's live stream. It was on X, when was it? Last Monday, I believe. And it was quite short. It was around 20 minutes. But well, that was enough for Josh to explain about the vision or the big investors there are. And well, I didn't know David Goldstein's before that. He has a lot of followers, I think 750,000 or so. The video itself has more than 200,000 views. So he definitely has an audience. And well, he had very simple questions. It was really like a primer to book, if I may say. So a lot of general info. Josh quickly touched on Beard. I don't know if I should say Beard token, Beard book, but you see what I mean. And I think what was the highlight for me, as someone who knows what book is doing and stuff, it's when Josh started talking about podcasts. And then you saw like the light bulb in Goldstein's head. Like he was saying that if you want to start earning when you create content, well, you have to reach the point where you have a lot of views, maybe hundreds of thousands, maybe millions. And then once you are there, you start earning. So all the work you did to get there, you get nothing. So the threshold is really, really high. And when Josh was telling him, well, look, you have a podcast, you can monetize it. I mean, would people really care? It's like a candid question. Would people really care to, I don't know, maybe pay some kind of subscription, maybe just one ADA per month or something like this to get access to videos that they own? I don't know. Personally, I don't think it would be so crazy as long as it's easy to pay for it. I want to support creators. When I see ads on YouTube, I'm like, okay, it's a bit of a pain to wait 5 seconds until I can skip it, but no, it helps the creator and they do that for free, so they deserve something. So yeah, that was the interesting moment, because now imagine, I don't know, 6 months or 1 year from now, stuff is out. People can monetize or DEAIs their podcasts, and you have guys like Goldstein making hundreds of thousands of views on every stream. Then there'll be a lot of demand. So it looks like the market is here. Every time, I mean, it's not only with Goldstein, it's with any creator that gets into book and stuff, and they start thinking, oh, well, I can take my podcast, take whatever I create, my ebooks, and connect directly to my community, give them something for their money, for their support. Like, it's a match made in heaven, kind of. So this was really the highlight for me on that segment. Now, when it comes to repercussions, like on the Discord, I didn't especially see an influx of new users after the interview. Not sure about Book Token. So I don't know actually what are the repercussions. Lots of views nonetheless, and more importantly, it's on a media outlet that I mean, I didn't look too much into it, but seems kind of chain agnostic, just crypto in general. So it's good to get the word out there, not that Book and stuff limit themselves to just Cardano, but they talk to wider audiences. So that was pretty good. And then finally, we had Mansky show up in a guide for self-publishers. So it's this website called Audiobook for Self-Publishers, which basically gives you the rundown on, okay, you want to create your audiobook, how do you go about it? And so you can see here there are some free resources, and this one there, Chapter 5 Audiobook Distribution, was a video with Mansky. So Jason was talking about what book is offering. I didn't catch it live, but it's possible to sign up for free to the website, and it should be available in a bit. So that's also interesting because this company is based in the UK. So I wonder if it's like a consequence of the London Book Fair, which was earlier this year, beginning of April, I think, something like that. And well, this one, they are talking directly to creators, people who want to put their audiobook out there. And that's pretty cool because you can think that, okay, I want to do my ebook, my audiobook, you think Kindle, Audible right away. And obviously, they're the biggest market players. But at the same time, you're open to anything because you didn't start, you don't have any bias or any contract, exclusivity clauses or agreements. So you can choose whatever you want. And in that sense, I think it's good that book made an appearance to those debut novelists or audiobook creators. And who knows, maybe some will show up with book. I wish the self-publishing portal was already there. Maybe that would have made more sense. But in any case, it's good to plant the seed. And who knows, now that the connection is made with this platform, maybe book and stuff will come back to it later. And then bring even more people onto the platform. So to sum up, Reddit, Goldstein stream, some kind of panel discussion about audiobook distribution, book very, very present. So good to see they're active on the marketing side. On Wednesday on X, Josh and Guillermo did now the monthly tech wrap-up, and they talked about all the things they accomplished in April. A lot of them you already know because they're pretty big and were already announced. Nonetheless, I took some notes and I'm gonna give you the quick rundown. Interesting to see though, so the usual 1 hour space and almost 1,000 people tuned in. It's quite impressive. People can sit down for an hour to listen about tech of a company they follow. I guess it's a Cardano thing. We like to get the details. So what happened in this last month on the tech side? The first one is, of course, social logins. It's quite recent, actually. Now anyone can log in with their socials, Google, Twitter. Okay, it's not X, but why not? Apple or Facebook. So that's dusted and done. We also had this month, maybe 2 weeks ago or so, the update of the mobile app, which now supports audiobooks. And I think this was a long-awaited function. People love to listen to their audiobooks while they are running or cleaning their place, whatever. And we got the Wizard Team airdrop as well in April, so the audiobook version. So it was just perfect timing. Let's see what else they talked about. They quickly touched on the caching. So at the moment, if you start reading or listening to a book, if you lose your internet connection, you cannot keep on listening to the rest. There is no offline mode. However, when they introduced the audiobook support function, they introduced a first level of caching. I don't know how long it is, maybe a couple of minutes or so that in case your mobile connection is spotty, you can still have a smooth listening experience. That's the first level, but offline mode is planned. It will be in the future version of the app. It's definitely on the roadmap. It's part of the growing pains, We don't get the best app right off the bat. We are building towards it. Then they talked about the stuff side, that this first DA should be the documentary they showed during the BookCon. But they have other things in store, so it's not set in stone. And they said that they'll do video DEAs that first will be on the web version before being on the mobile one. I'm gonna backtrack a little bit. At the moment, we have the book mobile app, but a lot of its code can actually be leveraged for the Stuff app. The Stuff app already has a development version, so it's there, it's just not publicly available. And so they share this common core. When audiobooks were implemented on the book app, it's because they had developed audiophile support for the Stuff concept app, proof of concept app. So you may also think of those apps like the same. It's really, they share a lot. It's just the application is different. One is for books and audiobooks, the other one is for audio files and videos. So actually they didn't talk about it, but when Stuff mobile app then? Will it be out this month as well? I'm not sure. As they said, video DAs will be first supported on web, so it hints at the fact that the app will not be ready yet. But I don't think it should be so long. If you own a Gutenberg Bible or the book about AI, Leadership in the Age of AI, something like this, both of those DEAs, they have a video embedded inside. So it's not new to have videos in a DEA. Then I guess there are better ways to support it, maybe different formats, resolutions, some functionalities like the playback speed, subtitles, I don't know. Okay, then during that tech talk, they discussed a lot about the payment engine, that now we can pay with credit cards. There was a tweet some time ago, actually it was just last week, about credit card payments and how on this Star Wars Mint, so probably it was May 4th, they had over 150 credit card payments. That's very good. I don't remember the quantity of that book, probably like 400 or so. And you know what? Let's check it live. Bex will be here to save the day. Where is Star Wars? So why we love Star Wars? Yeah, 400. Ultimate Star Wars and Philosophy, 400. Yep. So 150 payments for 400 books. So who bought? Is it completely new people buying for the first time because they're into this topic, or is it the usual users? Just they don't want to use their ADA, they'd rather use their credit card. I know that some people, they buy ADA like every week, and it's their pocket money to buy books. So instead of buying ADA, maybe they can just mint the books right away with credit card. I mean, no, they skip one step like that. So I'm not sure if it was new people or not, but it's quite a big proportion of payments, I feel like. So they doing something definitely right in there. And what's also interesting is that this is not only for new mints. The past mints that didn't sell out, well, they're able to activate this credit card payment in there too. So that may be useful to revitalize some of those titles. Now, I'm getting to a very interesting part. If you followed Book, you may have heard that before the BookCon, they flew over all their developers from all around the world. There are people in Hong Kong, in Spain, in the US, in the UK. So they took everyone and they put them in McKinney, Texas. And they decided to do a hackathon. And they had this situation like, okay, maybe I'll explain what a hackathon is. Basically, you have a limited time period during which you focus on solving a problem. So it's an intense period of ideation and ideally coming up with a proof of concept. And they're thinking, oh, what would be cool during this hackathon would be to think how they can put Easter eggs in the app depending on the books you hold. So I'm gonna take something completely random. Let's say you have all the books from the Wildlife series. So maybe the app can have, I don't know, like a jungle background out of nowhere, or some visuals, or maybe so some little wolf will show up and howl, get a gut or something. So just little fun things. And so we're having this discussion, and then RJ, the CTO, said, well, basically if you can do that, we can enable discounts on credit card payments. Because think about it. It means that those Easter eggs, they need to scan your bookshelf to know what you hold. So if the app is able to see your bookshelf, then obviously the book website can too, and can do it at the moment of payment, looking at your account. Because when you're in the app is not looking in the blockchain exactly, I think. It's looking at your account, like username, password. And it's the same thing when you buy by credit card. You're not using your wallet. You're not identified with the blockchain component. You're identified with your username. So I believe they were working on that. It was not super clear how much progress they made, but it's definitely something they touch on and are working on. So discounts on credit card, this would be huge, because it's kind of not great that you pay full price by credit card, I mean, especially if you hold the discount book. I mean, discounts are not so big currently, so maybe like $5, it don't make such a big difference, but well, if you're entitled to the discount, you should get it regardless of the payment method you use. So that's something to look forward to, I believe. Again, especially considering apparently quite a significant proportion of payments done via credit card. I power through the rest of my notes. Thank you for sticking with me. So then they talked about Charlie 3, so the oracle that provides to Book a price feed between Book and Book token and ADA, and this can be used for mints in Book. And if we go back to the philosophy of Beers, well, it was possible to buy by Book, and actually they used this oracle to do so. How? There was a fixed price in Book, and then the ADA price was dynamic. So rather than the ADA price changing, what would change is the number of Beard books you would get. So sometimes there are even kind of arbitrage opportunities in there. And so why is that important? Is because the next feature they are working on, I mean, one of the features they are working on is the ability to display your bookshelf value on the app. And the value is what? Is in ADA mostly, I mean, not only, but mostly. And with the price feed, so they have ADA book, but also ADA USD, then they will be able to show the USD value on your bookshelf. And for me, there's a lot of potential there, because it's gonna be a flex. You're gonna take a screenshot of your app and say, oh look, I have, I don't know, I don't know actually how much I have, but let's imagine, I don't know, $1,000 worth of books, and it's just there. And then you post that, you tag Amazon Kindle or Audible or whoever, people who are into more the traditional market, or at least their readers, their users, and this will be like the aha moment. Like what you own something, it's an investment. I remember Josh mentioning that they even wanted to do like a portfolio graph. Like you would see the trend, the curve of your holdings. I mean, it's kind of mind-blowing when you think about it. Like, I know I own video games, and I'm not thinking like, what's the value of my video games? But if I knew, maybe I would trade them more often instead of letting them gather dust somewhere. So I feel this will be like the paradigm shift where people realize, my digital assets, they have value. I mean, decentralized encrypted assets have. So yeah, looking forward to that feature as well. Let's have a look at the mints that happened this week, starting with a room with a view. 1,000 quantity, still minting, and what do we get there? Floor 10 ADA, discount price 9 ADA. Yep, looks like the market is at equilibrium here. Not so sure what this book was about. Let's have a quick look. A captivating tale of love, self-discovery, and societal conventions. I see. Oh, now it's coming back to me, like the classic love story. Okay, good. Still didn't sell out. Maybe 1,000 units was a bit too much. Let's see what was next. Oh yeah, this one was really interesting. The Forge Master audiobook, which also didn't sell out. 400 copies. Only one cover. This is an audiobook. Why is this interesting? Because this is a publisher's book, so this is not public domain, and the style is quite specific. It's called Lit RPG. Lit not as it's cool, but as a literary or literature, I'm not sure which one, an RPG role-playing game. And from what I read, it is like based on kind of medieval fantasy world, and you follow this hero. But the thing is that this hero is aware of his own leveling up. No, in RPGs, Dungeons and Dragons, characters have like some stats like strength, intelligence, health points, whatever. So this character is aware that it's like that, and he's going through his adventure. So it is not like you like choose your own adventure type of book. No, it's just a book about. It's like watching an RPG if you want, and the main character is aware that it's a game. It's kind of unexpected, but when you think about it, well, it could apply to life. No, I sometimes read people saying, oh, it's my birthday, I leveled up to, I don't know, 33 years old or something like this. But when you think about it, about your own life, there are such aspects. You graduate, you learn new skills, maybe, you cook better, you speak a different language. So there's definitely an aspect to it, and maybe that's why RPGs are such a popular game genre, because they gamify our lives in a sense. And so this, I believe, is also still minting. I did look at everything that happened this week. Only one sold out. Actually, they don't have the Ethereum one here, so I'm not sure if Ethereum sold out as well. But anyway, we move on. Then you had the Tao Te Ching. This existed in collector edition, so now they did the standard one with higher quantity, lower price. You can see 1,000 copies, 10 ADA, no discount. So straightforward, and you see here there's nothing. Same for the the Master Forge, what's it called? Or Forge Master, close enough. The Forge Master audiobook. See, here, there should be secondary. There's nothing. People are not selling. That's an interesting development. It means that people who bought those books, they want them. And this is kind of a bit of a shift, because you would always have people, even look on this cheap one, remove review, people just getting rid of them, maybe gambling for a rare, they didn't get it, they put on secondary to recoup their investment. But those two, nothing. Like in the NFT world, if you say, 0% listed, it's like, wow, diamond hand. But in the book world, it's like, wow, people who bought, they just want to read the books. And people who gamble, well, they don't gamble when there is only one cover, apparently. Standard edition on Tao Te Ching, Forge Master, despite the limited quantity, also only one cover. So maybe there's a pattern there. Okay, next we have Pride and Prejudice, which I'm pretty sure exists in the ebook that was already released. But now we had the audiobook, part of the audiobook Genesis series, still minting, and floor price around discount price, offer not getting filled. It's quite a classic, Pride and Prejudice. And what was really cool is that in the Discord they released a sneak peek with the narrator, who happened to be a woman, with kind of a British accent, I think. It's hard for me to place accent, but anyway. And that's really nice, because if you remember, the first Alice in Wonderland audiobook was AI narrated. It was not great. But now we get actual narrators, it's much more natural, much more vivid and lively. And it's nice they put those snippets before the mint, because I know that you may just not like the voice of the narrator, and that can be a turn off for some people. So it's good that you know what you're buying, in a sense. So I think this was a good move. And then on Thursday we were supposed to have a triple mint, didn't work out. They pushed it to Friday, so it was the strangest things in the world wildlife series. It's been a while. And so triple mint, Polygon, if Cardano, sold out on Polygon, apparently with 113 books, but not on Cardano, even though it's quite a prominent series, the wildlife one, and not that many copies, 154. So let's see, let's have a look at the covers. So this book is about, strange things in the world. So you have just actual, real, natural phenomena or animals. But then you also have, like we see Nessie here, you also have things that are more on the legend side. And while the covers are interesting, this one is really cool. Shiny. Oh wow. Oh, we have Bigfoot here. Yeah, people were kind of teasing them for that, like the abdominal snowman. Yeah. They can probably change the metadata. So maybe something to look into. So yeah, some covers are cool, kind of creepy. But yeah, maybe people are just tired. Maybe just the bear market. I don't know. A bit surprised it didn't sell out. And then on Friday as well, we got The Star and the Gun from El Pasoverse. El Pasoverse, they released already books 1 and 2. Book 1, Without Mercy, being kind of the Bible of the Pasoverse. This is a completely different project. They have the rights on 80 plus books, Western books, which sold dozens of millions of units. And they have this crazy idea to create kind of a theme park, Western theme park. I think phase one in Spain, but then possibly in Texas as well. Ryan Vick, the person, like the founder of this project, was at the BookCon. Very passionate guy. He's a visionary, and his vision is to have a place you go like Disney, except that it's Western, and you can use their own currency called pesos that you can earn from read to earn of those books via book, and then you get the level of experience you want. The most hardcore being you leave your cell phone somewhere, you enter the area, which is huge, it's like a mini desert, and well, you go camping or stay in a hotel or go horse riding. You have to fetch your food, your water, almost survivalist type of thing. This is the extreme one. There'll be a version where you're more pampered, from what I understand. But a cool concept for people who want to disconnect with modern world and reconnect with nature. And so on book they released 2 books. If you had them, you got this airdrop. There'll be a 4th book minting soon, and if you get books 1, 2, 3, 4, you will get the 5th one as an airdrop as well. And book 1 was a bit pricey, I think 79 ADA, but it's acting like as the Bible. But then book 2 was only 8 ADA. Like if you had book 1, book 2 was 8. I feel confident that book 4 will also be just 8 ADA. So basically, kind of a bit bigger investment on book 1, but then it pays for itself. You have all those books. If you like Western, you read them. If you don't like Western, well, you don't have to buy them, but if you do, well, you will be able to lend them and then earn book tokens. And 8 ADA is what, 4 USD? Like maybe you rent it 1 month, you get your money back. I don't know. Maybe there's something there. What is also cool about this project, and you will see it with the pictures. So all covers are 1 of 1s. I know it's not obvious when you look at this, but these are stills from the movies they are doing. Oh, this is pretty nice. And oh yeah, this guy is Ryan Vick, so the founder, who's also playing the role of the main character. So maybe you can see here, if you kind of go with your eyes left to right and top to bottom, you can kind of see the animation, that it's moving a bit. And so yeah, another thing that this project does is to transform those books into movies, and they have this idea of shooting in this location where the theme park will be, and to get the NFT holders to vote on which book they want to see as a video. Videos, from what I understand, will be around 30 minutes, and they plan to shoot 1 video per month. It didn't start yet, from what I understand, so maybe these are more like promotional pictures, or how to say, like first footage of those movies, not the real polished thing. But yeah, really interesting project, and really happy that they are collaborating with Book. As I said, Ryan was at the BookCon. I got to talk with him in the men's bathroom for some reason. But anyway, so that's out there. If you wonder why people got an airdrop out of the blue, that's because they owned books 1 and 2 from El Pasoverse, which is a series on its own on book.io. Alright, that was pretty long. Today, later, after probably I upload this video, we go back to the series The Foundations of the United States, with the Articles of Confederation. I want to believe that this is book 4 in the series. Let's try to find it. Oh no, book 3. Okay, my bad. So book 3. Let's look here. on Discord. Books is, I think it was 5 books total plus 1 airdrop. No, 4 books. Okay, 4 books plus 1 airdrop. And to be honest, personally, I mean, Constitution of United States, yes, definitely, yes. I'm not American, but I'm sure people will be very interested in owning it. Federalist Papers, Articles of Confederation, Bill of Rights doesn't speak to me as a non-American, but I'm buying for this Declaration of Independence. This is huge, and I'm wondering, 776 copies of all those books here. Might as well update it. So 776 copies. Declaration of Independence, probably less, because people list on JPEG and whatever. But it's such an important document in the history of the US. US is what, 300 million people? How many patriots in there? Like, with all the deep fake, the AI stuff coming in, I feel like preserving the foundational documents of any country has value in itself. And if it will be, I don't know, maybe 700 units, but wow, it's nothing when you compare to the potential market. So I'm minting all those books, even the ones I don't really care about, just for the Declaration of Independence. I don't know if it's smart. I'm just banking on American patriots who will come in later. But yeah, definitely I'm following that closely. And now to talk about the book token, it is in the world of pain, honestly. On the 7-day, minus 24%. Look at these 2 big red candles. I mean, not so long ago, like 1 month ago, we had like 4.4 cents, and we are now half of that. So it hurts. So what happened? I see a lot of people asking, coming to Discord, people I've never seen before, asking like what the hell is happening. Those people look at charts, not at fundamentals. And well, what happened? I didn't check everything from the start, but like here, one guy sold for 75,000 USD. So, I mean, good for them if they made profit. And here someone sold for 43,000. So just a lot of sell pressure. To be fair, one of those 2 sales was actually someone zapping in. So if you're not familiar with what that means, is that if you want to trade, well, you need a place which holds the tokens. So the book tokens and the ADA tokens. So then you can exchange what you have for what they have. So this is called the liquidity pool. And on decentralized exchanges, everyone can put their holdings in the liquidity pool, and in exchange, they get a portion of the trading fees. And so what one of those whales did, they were like, I mean, I don't know which direction they did it, but let's imagine. I have, I don't know, probably around 90,000 ADA, or rather 90,000 ADA worth of book tokens, and I want to provide liquidity. So what happens is that half of those books are sold for ADA, and in that sense we have the same amount of ADA and book going to the pool, because what you want is a pool which is balanced. Yeah, if it had only book tokens, then people wouldn't be able to sell books because there'll be no ADA to get back. Yes, so someone zapped in, and this actually is rather an optimistic sign, because it means someone has a lot of money, a lot of book tokens. I mean, they had a lot. So they probably bought a lot during the ITO in July last year. And then they're like, Well, I believe that people will trade this token a lot. I don't plan on selling, so instead of keeping it doing nothing, I put it in the pool and people will use it and I get trading fees. So because they did that all at once, half of their book tokens got sold and red candle. And see how just 1 or 2 sales can impact the price when there is low liquidity. And that's why I like to take a step back and look at the bigger picture. Right now we had 2 people trading and they had a negative impact on the price. I mean, minus 24% is quite significant. But imagine 6 months from now or so on, or 1 year, self-publishing portal is out, or we onboarded publishers and millions of books and they need to buy the book token. I mean, one guy with $43,000, another one with 75, that's 118,000. How many book tokens would be needed for millions of books? I think it sucks now, but in the long run, it's nothing. 2 people versus millions of authors, like independent authors, or maybe thousands of publishers who want to come in. It's nothing. Also, when you think about it, at some point this year we will get read to earn, and I can imagine how that will put the book token on a lot of people's radars. So, okay, short-term price action, it hurts. We're just gonna ride the wave until it gets better. It did have a good consequence though, as you can see here, it dipped and then now it's popping back up. Looks like around 2 cents we have a support area. And well, imagine people who were like 4 weeks ago, it's too expensive, I don't want to buy, and now they can get it for half the price. Well, they jump on it. So actually our holder count is getting better. I think it's Nado who on X shared that in the last 10 days we got a couple of hundreds more holders. Well, I think it's directly related to this. Whale, one person exits and hundreds of people come in, and that will make the price more stable in the long run. And we are inching slowly towards 10,000 holders, so quite the milestone. I'm not gonna show the beard chart. I'm not too deep into it, but worth mentioning that they got their sex listing on CoinStore this week. All of this community funded, so hats off to the community and people who make this beard book / token alive, and they even did an airdrop to all Gutenberg holders. So if you had a Bible, you may have seen those beard tokens coming in. Well, that's courtesy of Mike, so the OG. So really amazing to have someone spreading the wealth like this. Which other community does that? I wonder. Hopefully there is one, and there are nice people everywhere. Interesting week. Price action wise, the token is suffering. Not everything is minting out. Although secondary is holding compared to the discount price. So it looks like people are buying books that they want to read. Okay. And token, well, impacted by 2 whales, but bouncing up now. Let's see if it's an actual reversal or just a short-term uptrend. So kind of interesting, but this is speculation. kind of. When you look at what Book is doing, when they delivered a lot, this tech talk was quite self-explanatory in that regard, and stuff is coming as well, so they're expanding. We'll get some videos, DEAs, so they keep on building, and that's not stopping. And I feel this transitional period that it's not about crypto anymore, it's about a normal service. People buy books, they want to read. Okay, makes sense. Token does its things, speculation, whatever. But once self-publishing portal is on, or we onboard publishers, then the demand for the token will be much, much higher. So interesting to see that it will not be driven by the crypto side anymore, but it starts being driven by the business case, which is, well, read a book, listen to a book. I mean, I know it's not revolutionary by itself, but it's a bookstore. So curious to see this transition period, and when we'll be able to say, okay, we have social logins, credit card payments, those millions of books that were on the roadmap that were supposed to come by end of June next month. Like, when we get there, and they keep on doing those marketing things, nobody is coming. So how will it look like? I'm really curious about it. Interesting. It feels a bit like the end of an era in a sense, but we always knew it was coming, and I'm sure that the OG community will still be very lively on Discord and on social media in general, and of course at the BookCon. Still waiting for the official announcement of the BookCon 2025. Hopefully that's gonna happen. Alright, I don't keep you any longer. It was just great to come back to making videos. Thank you very much for watching. Take care of yourself, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye!